Namaste and welcome to Hypertension Talks with Dr. Kaur. I am an MD, a hypertension specialist, certified by the American Society of Hypertension and a nephrologist. Today we are going to talk about salt. Most of us, when we go to our physicians or practitioners, especially for high blood pressure or heart issues, we are told to consume less salt or less sodium. So in this talk today, we are going to talk about what does that mean? What is salt? What is sodium? How much is it? And when we are told about a certain number, how much sodium to consume, how does that translate to reading food labels or using a teaspoon at home? So first of all, the number that we all want to agree on, let's say we are going to consume less than 2000 milligrams of sodium a day. So some cardiologists will tell you to consume less than 1500 milligrams. Some are okay, especially kidney specialists and high blood pressure physicians. We think, okay, 2000 milligrams or 23 or 24, somewhere around there is the range, okay? So for simplicity, let's just say we are going to consume 2000 milligrams of sodium a day. And as we will go through the talk, you will learn to read the food labels, the nutrition labels, like, we will go over some of the labels like this. And then when you are consuming or buying food at the grocery store, then you can look up different food stuff and compare the sodium when you do your grocery shopping. So first of all salts are equal, whether they are the Himalayan salt, the iodized salt, the sea salt. These all have sodium in them. So it is not the pink salt or the Himalayan salt does not have sodium and is good for you from that standpoint. So let's say that I am going to use a salt packet, and then 2000 milligrams of sodium is roughly equal to a teaspoon of salt a day. Okay, so let's see. So this is the measure that I probably picked up from Dollar Tree. And these are the spoons that I picked up from my kitchen. And then these are the different sizes of spoons just for reference. So we have the two big large tablespoons there. Again, they are different sizes. And then this one is the teaspoon. You can see that this one is the smaller. And this is a very tiny spoon, okay, like a dessert spoon. So when we say 2000 milligrams or close of salt, of sodium a day, so 2000 milligrams of sodium a day equals a teaspoon of salt a day. So this is a teaspoon, and I am going to fill this one up with, so this is a teaspoon of salt. So if I'm using this much of salt for the whole of the day for 24 hours, this is how much is okay to consume, okay? And then when we translate it to the kitchen teaspoon, this is about the salt size that of salt a day that is equal to 2000 milligrams of sodium a day, okay? I'm gonna keep that on the side. And now let's look at a few of the food labels, and ideally I would be sitting with you and drawing them, but I think these are better than my drawings. So let's look at this nutrition label. So for me, when I'm looking at it, it is it's altered. So I see the right as the left in the video recording here. But you can see that, first of all, you will see the serving size. So this nutrition label is based on the serving size. So if this container, it says that this serving size is 1 cup, okay? So you are taking 1 cup out of this. So that 1 cup has 800 milligrams of sodium in it, okay? So if the sodium is 800 milligrams, That means if you liked this soup or broth or whatever it is, you liked it a lot, that you consumed 3 cups of it in your diet for that day, then you consumed about 2400 milligrams of sodium already. Okay, so this is 2000, 2400. So you have consumed a lot of sodium by drinking 3 cups of this. Okay, so then let's look at another food label. So this one here says 1 serving is 1 can. Okay, so this is 1 can, and forget the calories for now. We are not talking about the calories. We are going by the sodium. Okay, so the sodium content of this, it says, is 2100 milligrams. So when it says sodium content is 2100 milligrams in 1 can, and you like this so much that you ate the whole of it, so you have consumed the limit for the day. Okay, so let's look at maybe a third variety. So this is a container that has a nutrition fact label this way. So here it says sodium, and then it says that it has only 10 milligrams of sodium in it. So you can imagine how less of an amount is 10 milligrams compared to the 800 milligrams or 2100 milligrams that we are seeing. So basically, you can have as much as you want based on that, if it was just for the salt, and we are talking about the salt. So everything, ice cream, everything is most of everything is going to have salt. So as long as you know how to read the labels and you can start writing in a food journal, okay, for lunch I consume this much salt, and sometimes it is ballpark, because if you're cooking something with broth, you are putting it in the whole dish, right? And then you have to do a little bit of calculation. The whole family ate it over 2 meals, and how much did I consume it? Was it 1 serving? Or so basically just getting an idea and write it down. So first thing to make any improvement, especially with diet and weight, is knowing what we are doing currently. How much are we consuming currently? And I tell my patients that, start writing it down, start logging it, and you might find that you are consuming 4,500 milligrams of sodium a day, or even more than that. So the first step is to recognize, okay, these are the foodstuffs that I love, and a burger could have 900 or, maybe 1,300 milligrams of sodium in it. So first you have to see what you are consuming, and then see where can I cut down. And anything that is boxed or canned has higher chances of being high in sodium. So if you are having TV lunches, or you have lunch meat, look at those things as well, because they would have high sodium content as well. Another culprit I see often is the salad dressings. As we are trying to eat healthy, we don't consider looking at the labels on the salad dressings or the sauces. So look at the labels of these things as well, because they could be very high in sodium as well. So another way some of the physicians and practitioners would be telling you about monitoring sodium intake could be by using the daily value percentage. So most of the labels that we looked at, so they would give you the number in milligrams, but also as a percentage of daily value. So I tell my patients to go by one thing and choose the milligrams, because milligrams is sometimes easier to work with. You have a number of 2000 milligrams in your brain. But if somebody likes to work with the daily value, they usually go by the total in a day of about 2400. So then let's say this one, if you're going by the percentage of daily value and you have 1 serving, so 1 serving is 1 cup, you had 1 cup, and for the daily value, you consumed 35%. So all that you can consume in a day, if you were to go by the percentage, it would be 100%. So then if you have consumed 35% already, then you're left with 65% more. And depending on what you eat for the rest of the day, eat and drink for the rest of the day, you can add it all up. So I hope this video was useful. Feel free to pass it on to your friends or family who you think could benefit from it. This is purely educational, and I wish you good luck in controlling your blood pressure. And we will continue the series, and next time I will include something else. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye bye.